This is gonna make you sick. Do you remember when this news right here took the entire world by storm? Thousands of people dying all over the world, and we're focusing on this for like a week solid? Something was fishy. And when I mean fishy, definitely had to do with meat. Yeah, they were sneaking some stuff through the back end, so it didn't get all the attention. If you happen to eat meat from a store, a restaurant, produce or grocery store, or even fast food, you better watch this, because you're probably not eating what you think you're eating. Important information you guys should know about coming right up. If you guys happen to be brand new, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we go over awareness-styled news that you should probably be aware of. If you happen to find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So like I said, when this news came out and it took the entire world by storm, everyone was focused on it for about a week. I didn't report on it. I knew they were masking something, and we finally figured it out. Something that was approved at the exact same time. Now, you may or may not know about this, but I've got a lot more juicy details for you if you're someone that eats meat. So what was that was slid through the cracks while everyone else's focus was on something else?
For the first time, U.S. regulators approved the sale of chicken made from animal cells. It allows 2 California companies to offer lab-grown meat to restaurants. The cultivated meat is grown in steel tanks using cells that come from a living animal, a fertilized egg, or a special bank of stored cells.
And it's not just the chicken. Funny thing, those dates where all that happened was the same dates when this submarine stuff happened. And old Billy Gates, he said that this would happen, and it sure did. Wonder who's behind the distraction. But before we get to some of the really good stuff, trust me, it gets worse. Take a look at what they're telling the world, and then I'm gonna show you where they slipped up. Good for the what? The environment? Hang on to that thought. We're going to come back to that one.
FDA has approved cell-cultivated meat to be sold to the public for the first time.
So that's where it all starts, just a few cells.
2 cultivated meat producers now getting the green light to begin commercially selling their chicken, not raised on a farm, but in a facility. The meat is grown using real animal cells in large bioreactors fed with nutrients. I recently got a tour of California-based Upside Foods, the nation's first and largest cultivated meat producer.
You're making chicken in there.
Why is California always leading the race on these things? So far, how's it sounding? Some chicken from a bio lab conductor sound pretty good?
You're making chicken in there.
Yeah, so if you look at this is approximately a 200 plus liter tank. And we take cells from a chicken or an egg. It takes 2 weeks to grow the equivalent of 1 chicken, 1,000 chickens, or 100,000 chickens.
So you're saying in this factory, you can make more meat faster and cleaner than an average farmer?
Well, ultimately, yes.
Ultimately, yes, and better for the environment. You guys are like, Cohen, I could tell this stuff from a mile away.
How about this? Chicken, not from a farm, but grown in a lab. Smells like fried chicken. Yeah, tastes like fried chicken. Bit processed maybe, but no, you would never know where this came from.
We've got all kinds of reporters validating it on news. So what do you guys want to know first? Do you want to know how really good it is for you? Or do you want to know how really good it's for the environment? Let's get your attention with how good it is for you. These long strings of articles that have apparently been buried. This one from the Daily Skeptic, which is quoting something from the Grocery Gazette reported that came out in the UK. You can see this picture, and for reasons I'm sure you can understand, let's call this controversial and non-validated. Titled, Lab-Grown Meat Suffers Sufficient Setback with Shocking New Scientific Findings. In this photo, it shows lab-grown cultured meat concept of artificial in vitro cell culture meat production with frozen packaged raw beef with made-up red label. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, you're not gonna know the difference unless you're paying some serious attention. And even if it is real, you probably don't wanna eat it because of what else they're probably putting in it. Earlier this year, the Grocery Gazette reported that the UK was set to be the world-leading developer of lab-grown meat in recent past. Guardian climate hysteric George Monbiot claimed lab-grown food will soon destroy farming and save the planet. It reads, Alice, such boosteriism is being challenged by hard facts. Lab-grown meat is up to 25 times worse for the environment since it needs pharmaceutical-grade production to make it fit for human consumption. Well, that's not sounding very good. In particular, there is a need to remove endotoxin from the cultured mix, a substance that is in concentrations as low as 1/1000th of a gram per milliliter, can reduce human IVF pregnancy success rate by up to 4-fold. So like I said, no way this could be true. These are startling conclusions of groundbreaking work recently published by a group of chemists and food scientists from the University of California, same state. It turns out that pharma to food production is significantly technological challenge. The major problem with the lab meat is that it uses growth organisms that have to be highly purified to help animal cells multiply. Compared with environmental savings on land, water, and greenhouse gases, the whole bioprocess is noted to be orders of magnitude higher than rearing the actual animal. Well, that's not good news for all the billions of dollars they're dumping into this. The article goes on to even more details with more food scientists and says the study has found that even across scenarios using lower pharma standards, efficient beef production outperforms cultured meat within a range of 4 to 25 times. You're thinking, yeah, they'll shut this down. No, they won't. They're gonna take over with this. Further down, it reads, research was quoted suggesting cell cultured meat was expected to make up almost a quarter of the global meat consumption in the coming years. It's a big deal when it reads stuff like this. Lab-grown meat ventures have attracted around $2 billion of investments to date, and I've heard even higher numbers than that. You get the big dogs up top involved, well, you've noticed things go their way whether we like it or not. Now, before I move on and get to some more validation that you guys probably want to know about, you guys know that BlackRock and Vanguard are betting big on fake meat. I wonder why, right? For those of you that don't know, I networked with the best beef provider in the world. And if you guys want the real stuff, 20-day aged Black Angus beef, top notch, no hormones ever of any kind, and no mRNA shots. Nothing but real grass-fed from the farm to your table. And we're talking loads better than Omaha or Butcher Box. We're talking bigger, healthier steaks for half the price. So if you guys want to feel confident in the beef that you guys are ordering, 100% as pure as it gets and untouched by Billy Gatesy, don't forget to check the link down in the description below. You'll enter in some contact information. Someone from our community that has signed up to help with this huge movement, we're reaching thousands, will contact you and get you all the information that you need. Just let them know that you're there for the beef, and don't forget you will also have up to 500 other household consumer goods that are non-toxic, USA made, and family owned at your fingertips. You can ask about those too. We've gotten to the age where we gotta start voting with our dollars, and most certainly get healthier stuff that we can trust in our homes. Want some more validation about more articles that have been hidden under the rug? Article by the Food Institute titled Study Lab-Grown Meat Potentially Worse for Environment Than Retail Beef. Again, potentially. We have not validated this article, just reporting how it's been read. And so it says, no matter where you stand on cell-cultured food or how you decide what to put into your body, lab-grown and 3D printed food is real out there and developing new and more scalable techniques to get the market with every passing day. And I'd have to say, we're seeing that unfold before our eyes. We don't know what we're buying at the stores anymore. You don't know what you're getting if you go to a fast food outfit. A new interdepartmental study from the University of California, Davis, however, may pump the brakes a bit on some of the pro-cell cultured food community. Its conclusion, lab-grown meat may be up to 25 times worse for the environment than natural pasteurized raised cattle retail beef. And again, it goes into great detail. I'll leave a link down in the description below of all of these articles. But guys, you want to know what the kicker is? This stuff got passed while we were focusing on the submarine. This article was way back in May 26th of 2023. How come this wasn't brought up to anybody's attention before they passed it? And like I said, the list goes on. By interestingengineering.com, titled New Study Suggests That Lab-Grown Meat Produces Up to 25 times more CO2. A new study has suggested that lab-grown meat could be worse for the planet than traditional animal husbandry and slaughter. Again, May 14th, 2023. It reads, a shocking new study. What they did is scaled up the supply and found suggestively 25 times more CO2. I mean, look at this label. Real science, lab-grown meat. One burger equals 300 cows. This is what we're talking about. Smoke screens. Like I said, you guys need to know your options. Either you go with us on what I think is the best beef I've ever tasted. Everyone says it's the best after they try it, and I 100% agree. And you won't believe it. The burger tastes nothing like what you buy at the grocery store. Your other option is buying probably from local farmers that you know do not use GMO seeds and are following all the practices that you believe in. Because the more I hear, because I'm sure you've heard it going around, they're injecting these animals with all kinds of stuff that you probably don't want. Your guys' call. But no, all the meat, chicken out there, like I said, while we weren't looking, these articles were flashing up left and right, and the only thing we saw on the news was something about a Titanic submarine crashing to the bottom of the ocean. Next thing you don't know exactly what you're eating when you're getting it from the grocery store or the restaurant or fast food. I'd be questioning the meat everywhere out there. Anyway, guys, I thought that was crazy that we did indeed figure out what they were sweeping under the rug while they had our attention somewhere else. Please share this information out to like-minded folks. Let's help each other with awareness, better options to get safer stuff in their homes. Us guys at the bottom, we've got to help each other out. As I know more, I will definitely keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.